What's up, family? This is your boy Ivan Hall, the Credit King. Do you know what a cash advance on a credit card is? A cash advance is a high-cost, short-term cash loan taken out against your credit card's credit line. A cash advance is a short-term cash loan obtained by using your credit card at a bank or ATM. A cash advance, unlike a bank account withdrawal, must be repaid, just like everything else you charge to your credit card. Consider it like using your credit card to purchase cash instead of goods or services. It is handy, but it is also extremely costly. When faced with a cash-only circumstance, such as buying lunch from a street vendor, vegetables at a farmer's market, or a sandwich at a mom-and-pop deli, if you only carry credit cards for day-to-day shopping, you may find yourself in a bind. A cash advance might be appealing in that situation. When they need cash but don't have enough in their bank account, some consumers use credit card cash advances. You can acquire cash advances from an ATM if your credit card has a PIN. You can also take your card to a bank that accepts advances through the payment network of your cards, such as MasterCard or Visa. You'll have to show identification. You should be aware that most credit card issuers will not enable you to take a cash advance on your whole credit line. Cash advances are usually limited to a few $100s for most people. This means that in the case of an emergency, you won't be able to get much cash on your credit card. A cash advance is simple to obtain, but it is also one of the most expensive methods of obtaining funds. This is due to the fact that cash advances might come with a range of fees. Cash advance fees. Your card issuer imposes certain restrictions. Some credit cards include a fixed cash advance cost of $5 or $10. Others charge a percentage of the amount borrowed, which can be as high as 5%. It's sometimes a percentage with a dollar minimum, such as 3% or $10, whichever is larger. Fees are charged by ATMs or banks. These are imposed by the financial entity handling the transaction, the ATM owner, or the bank where you acquire your cash advance. Interest. In two ways, this may be expensive. For starters, the interest rate imposed on cash advances via credit card is sometimes much greater than the rate paid on purchases. Second, interest on cash advances is normally charged right away. There is no grace period, as there is with purchases. If you're thinking of getting a cash advance because you don't have enough money in your bank account, you could be in serious financial trouble. Cash advances should only be utilized in dire circumstances. If you've been reliant on them, it's time to make some changes or seek assistance, such as from a credit counseling service or an expert. Consider the options below if you find yourself in a cash crunch and don't know where to turn. None of these are perfect, but they may wind up costing less in the long term than a cash advance. A personal loan. If your credit isn't fantastic, this will be more expensive, but the interest rates and periods will still be better than a cash advance. Promotional offers from your card's issuer. Several credit card companies have introduced cheaper alternatives to access your credit line in recent years, including the opportunity to convert your existing credit into an installment loan without having to fill out a new loan application. Interest will still be levied on such a feature, although it may be at a reasonable rate. Borrowing money from relatives or friends. This may be inconvenient, but the savings will be well worth it. Overdrawing your checking account. Consider overdrawing your checking account using your debit card instead of seeking a cash advance at an ATM. You will be charged a fee, but you will not be charged interest. To summarize, obtaining a cash advance on your credit card entails taking out a high-cost short-term loan. Before taking out a cash advance, be sure you've exhausted all other possibilities. And, go get that money.